We're at Brooklands today. It is Mini Day, and of course there's an awful lot of minis here, as you might expect. Hundreds of them as we look up towards the finishing straight here, all round in the motoring village, all round in the aircraft park over there. Of course, a very popular day in the museum's calendar. Austin Morris, mostly minis, I guess, and they do have a connection with Brooklands, obviously racing in the Brooklands heyday in the 1920s and 30s. You'd often find particularly Austin 7s racing here on the track, where all these minis are now sitting today. So let's enjoy the day.
So why are you selling that? It's gorgeous. Is it just you finished the project and you want to go on to the next one?
We have another one to build.
You have?
So yeah.
So how many do you do? Is it kind of a continuous cycle?
No. So we've now got a 1967 Riley Elf to do, and also an MPI Mini, a Downton Mini. So basically you have to fund these things.
Yeah.
And there's only limited space, so...
So what's the history about this one?
So Sheldon's a Mini World Project car. It's the very, very first British Motor Heritage shell. So when production stopped for the Mini, BMH started producing the shells complete. This was done in conjunction with BMH. It's the last car that was painted on the Longbridge line as well, in MG Solar Red. So it was originally built by Tim Mundy using a British Racing Green Mini as a donor car. That was on the 998, which was tuned, Rob Walker engine. That we replaced with a bigger engine after driving it to Ireland and back. So this has all been around Europe and everywhere. And Karen and I, so Karen's ex-editor of Mini World, recently retired. And when we took it, we bought the car and basically expanded it really. So it's 1275 now, overboard, twin carbs, and it's had a custom Newton interior using MPI seats with Innocenti cloth. The suspension is incredibly trick. It's coilover suspension, front and rear anti-roll bars, lots of Japanese trick bits on it. So there's a lot of it you can't see, but this has been like an evolving project that's been documented fully in the magazine. So it's a very, very well-known car.
How long does it take you to get it?
So it's been in Mini World was from about 2002. And and we've had it probably for the last 10 years. So I think about 12 years actually. We've been tinkering with it from there. But yeah, it's been through 3 engine swaps, refreshes since I've had it. So
it's lovely.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Have you just put it for sale?
Literally in the last couple. Well, the decision's been made in the last week or so. Exactly. So yeah, sensible head on. Need to move on.
Okay.
But yeah,
but it is a great testimony to your work.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We're over, by the clubhouse and the paddock here, and we've got a nice setup here, Southern Mini Owners Club, and got a Highrise Mini with a trailer, So we're going to talk to the owner of this to start with. It's Lee.
Hi.
Hiya, Lee. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Good. We're just admiring your Highrise Mini here. So tell us how this came about.
So many years ago, I think it was 30 years ago, gosh, I'm telling my age now, I had this Suzuki LJ80 Jeep that was a bit wrecked, and then I had a wrecked Mini as well, and then somehow we morphed them together, and then you get the Highrise Mini. So it's Suzuki underneath and Mini on the top.
Suzuki chassis, underpinnings, wheels, engine
Suzuki, so
that's
it's 1.6
as well.
yeah.
Okay, let's go and have a look.
The chassis is actually bespoke, so
oh, is it right? So it's not actually a Suzuki chassis then, it's a
no, it was
you made it up.
You
just
welded a few bits of
welded it,
yeah.
A few bits stuck together
and hey presto. But yeah, it's good fun. It's nice to find out what the weather's like up there. Easy to work on, a bit higher.
It's a sort of, a little bit, well, same sort of height as modern SUVs, isn't it? This sort of thing.
It's actually a little bit higher.
People get a bit surprised, I think, when you're going down the road in this. And
they do.
Sees you right up here somewhere.
Yes, they definitely do.
Quite good fun to drive. What's it like to drive, though? Is it
tricky? It's tricky. So it's got no power steering, so you need to have your Weetabix in the morning.
Big wheels on there.
Big wheels, which sort of follow the lorry ruts in the motorway, so you get taken here. I
hate that.
You just have to. It's horrible, isn't it?
It's horrible.
And then the concrete roads. Oh, don't get me about that.
The concrete. Are you local here?
Yes.
Yeah. The M25 around this stretch here is absolutely awful.
It's not good at all.
Absolute nightmare. Got ruts in it, bumps in it, ridges in it, holes in it.
Yeah, that's it. It's terrible.
I've got an MGF, and driving around there is awful in that, because you're in and out the ruts and.
The suspension
must be like it on this one, though.
Yes, it is. It's quite hard, the suspension. So
is it? So you're getting quite a firm.
Oh, you get a firm
jogging
bounce
around on this.
Yeah, and then you definitely, if you feel everything.
Let's just look in the interior here.
I should have tidied up.
And
really,
it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Never mind. I noticed you got 1959, 1989. Was it a special 30th edition one?
Yes, it was. You got it. Yeah. Originally, it was a Mini 30 limited edition, and it was crashed.
Okay, let's take a quick look inside then. And there we have. So, interior-wise, then the dash looks a bit different.
Yeah.
Is that standard or is that added?
So standard Mini dash, standard Mini Speedo. Yeah, 1959, 1989 steering wheel, because it is a Mini 30, or was in its previous life. The centre console obviously encroaches in the space where you'd normally have nothing in a Mini.
Yeah.
And I need to do some more work on that. So that's work in progress. I want to move that because it looks a bit tatty. And then you've obviously got the gear shift, but then you've got another gear shift for the four-wheel drive. If it was working, that's another work in progress.
That's not working either.
Long story, but ultimately I am short of a prop shaft, which means to say I'm still two-wheel drive, but it's more economical at the moment.
Yeah. So do you off-road it?
Not really.
Let's close that.
It's still probably could do with another inch higher. Because another inch higher and it would do the job.
You won't be able to get in?
No, I need a step ladder. It is perfect at the moment for getting in because it's just the right height.
You can just sort of slide in inside there. Oh,
you
fantastic.
Can slide in nice and easily.
So that is lovely in itself. So this is the original.
This is the original.
So how many years ago did you do that?
So this I bought it 30 years ago. So last year.
30-year project.
Yeah, it's always work in progress. It's a classic
Everything
car.
is, isn't it, with these things?
You'll know that from your MG.
It's attached. So we have a tow bar on the back and we have a trailer.
So this is an invention that we came up with last year. So we had just an IFA Williams trailer, and I wanted to make it look like a split screen camper. Yeah. So we learned how to wrap last year, so to vinyl wrap.
Okay.
So we wrapped the bottom half. We added little bits to make it look like a VW, and the chrome, the windows, the pop top little section there.
Oh yeah.
The great thing is that we can go to a show with all our stuff, all our club marquee, doesn't damage the car, and then in the afternoon we can have a sleep.
You can have a snooze in it. So you get all this in it, all your
everything
stuff yourself for the club. All just sort of throws in the back.
And I haven't, again, you know, I'm a messy bed person, but
And there you got a bit of
ultimately,
space for that.
you could sleep in that. I didn't bring the duvet, I'm sorry. I just wasn't prepared.
Well, you're probably not going to sleep in it today, are you?
I don't know. It was an early start, wasn't it?
Well, but you get
Yeah.
your gazebos in there, you can get all
everything.
your tables, all your goods.
Yeah, teas,
and you have
coffees.
teas, coffees and whatever.
That's
everything.
it. Keeps the members
It's
happy.
fantastic, isn't it? What a
Yeah.
brilliant idea that is.
So I'm very happy with that. Really happy with
Okay,
it.
and that's all you bought today then, is it?
No, one more.
You got another one?
Yes, one
All
more.
right, okay.
So this car here is called Jack.
Right.
Can't think why.
Why is that then? Yeah.
Something to do with Union
Could
Jack.
be, couldn't it? Could be.
Now, I bought him last year. I swapped him for a VW camper because I fell in love with him. I've been in love with him for a very long time.
Okay.
And I just had to have him. But the thing is as we got to the gate today, he conked out completely. So my partner is on the hunt for a distributor.
Right, okay. This is
Hopefully.
why we've got this off at the moment.
Yeah,
then.
we think it's
So-
possibly the electronic ignition has gone because there's absolutely no spark there whatsoever, nothing
Oh,
coming
dear.
through. So long as it's not a fuse or anything embarrassing like that.
So it just died completely. Then
Died
that,
completely,
Was
yeah.
that here? Well, here
Just
Oh.
on the main straight road as you come in.
on the main road. So yeah.
On the hill though,
So
so
you had to push in.
I had to push in with my partner. Thankfully, I'd
right.
had my Weetabix.
Right, yeah, we need that.
And I'd really like to say thank you to. I know one of the guys is called Harry. He helped push, and there was another guy and girl from another car. They helped push. So I'm very grateful to them. But that's what the classic car community is
Isn't
about.
it? So this was already converted into this paint job when you
So
got
this, the prior owner, Matt.
it? Is it
he,
paint or vinyl?
It's paint.
Paint.
So
Paint.
no ridges at all
yeah.
between those. It's incredible, isn't it?
It's good.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Don't fancy.
So it's the prior owner called Matt, and he did it.
So Matt's got somebody else to do it,
Right.
and Matt's now got my VW, which we swapped.
Okay.
Matt's taking the VW to Australia, and I end up with a typically British Mini to go with my coat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you had to do that, really, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought the coat before the car.
So what year we got here?
So that's
Oh,
65.
isn't it? C Reg, yeah. We used to have a 65 Mini as well.
Oh,
Black one. Right, we're over here by a little Mini Marcus Club, the Mini Marcus Owners Club, and we've got this gentleman here, and your name is?
John Laws, yes.
John Laws, and he's the owner of this Mini Midas. But we've also got a couple of other variants, I guess,
That's
on
right,
the
yes,
Marcus.
yes.
So just run us through quickly what we've got here. Then.
Well, what you've got is
yeah.
it was a racing enthusiast named Dizzy Adicott,
Yeah.
who was a member of Brooklands. He developed a little racing car, which he called the Dart, the Dizzy Adicott Racing Team.
Right.
And he came up with the idea was that he could get a fiberglass mould made from it to produce it. And so he went to Jem Marsh, who produced the mould and 2 body shells. Dizzy was a perfectionist and wasn't that happy, so he moved on. He sold the project then to a chap called Jeremy Delmar Morgan, who then produced the car and called it the Mini Gem. That was Jeremy's nickname. That's why he
Right, that's
called
why
it the
it's
Mini
called
Gem.
Gem, then, with
Simultaneously, Jem Marsh thought this is a good idea. Jem Marsh of Marcos Cars. So he simultaneously produced the Mini
one.
Marcos. So these 2 cars were produced in parallel. The
Right,
Mini
okay.
Gem and the Mini
The
Marcos. Then later, an engineer who was working with Jaguar wanted to start his own business and bought the Mini Marcos project. That was Harold Dermott.
Okay.
So he produced the Mini Marcos for a while and then had it redesigned and called it the Midas.
So this one. So, we've got
So
a
these
complete
cars are all
progression.
related.
We have
yes,
a progression. They're all related. They're all
yes.
similar, but
Yeah.
they're not.
They're
not
very
the same
slightly,
at all.
slightly
So they're all
different,
based,
yes.
obviously, on a Mini.
Yeah, they
It's a
are. Yeah.
standard
Front-wheel
Mini.
drive Mini. Yes.
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And so it's the body kit that's on top.
And what you could do, of course, was buy the the fiberglass body shell. In various stages
Right.
of completion, you can have the glass and the wiring all fitted, and then, of course, you transplanted all the mechanical components from your old Mini.
right.
into
And
it.
This was a DIY.
Yes, I did.
Job.
I built that myself.
built your one,
Took a
yeah.
flatbed lorry up to get the body shell from Corby.
Right. How long ago was this then?
84. that
So
one was
you've had
built.
this quite a while then?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Over 100,000 miles.
Really?
I've got a little child seat in the back to take my kids to school in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a squeeze, I should think,
It
isn't it?
was, yeah.
Lovely. So we just have a quick look in the interior then. We'll have a look at that. So could you buy these made up at all? Or,
Yes.
or were they all
You
pure
could get it in various
forms?
states of completion, but of course you couldn't buy it as a complete car.
Right.
Because it was essentially a kit car, so you had
So you
to
weren't
do.
allowed to
no,
actually
no.
to
It
buy
would
a
have.
complete
It would,
car.
if you bought it as a complete car, it would have required certain other regulations to be met.
Right, okay.
So as a kit car, as long as you put the wheels on or some other minor component
Yeah.
to finish it,
You could
it was
still count
it was
as
a kit car. Yes. Yeah.
So what about the interior? Is that how? Is that mini or?
No, well, I wore out my original
So you've got
seats.
different
I
seats
put
and things in
MX5 seats in.
Oh, these are MX5.
Yeah, and they
right,
fit
okay.
perfect. They fit
Early
perfectly.
MX5
Yeah.
by the look of it.
Yeah, that's right. It was
Yeah.
one with the speakers in the
Yes,
headrest.
Yeah.
I think it was called the Unos, that MX5. Yeah.
Oh,
But,
they're not bad. It's not nice.
it's of course it's a kit car, so it's a little bit rattly.
Yeah, things rattle and shake.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can shut that.
I better go and get.
Yeah,
do
you've got
my
to go and
briefing.
sign on for because you're going to take this up the test
I'm
hill,
going to go up the hill,
which
with
is
it,
just
yeah.
behind us here.
That's the
Have
plan.
you been up there before?
Never.
Not in this.
No, this will be a
In
bit.
anything. It's
be
quite
a bit
fun.
Of, bit of fun, I think.
It is good fun.
I think it'll
so
go
you don't
up.
want to miss it.
I think
So
it'll go up all right.
right,
Second
should do,
gear
shouldn't
all
it?
the way.
What's the CC on this one?
1380.
It's a 1380. Oh, that's no problem at all, is it?
Yeah.
Really lightweight, fiberglass body.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be no problem. You'll enjoy it when you get up there.
Right. Okay.
Right, I'll
nice
leave you to
talk-
go and
nice
sign
talk
on.
to
I
you.
think you have to go over there, don't you, somewhere?
Cheers.
Thank you then.
Thank you.
Bye now. Plenty of clubs here today as well, as we've seen quite a few on our walkabout. Lots of flags flying. And this one is the Thames Valley Mini Club. And this is Fiona.
Hello.
Hiya, how are you?
Good.
You
Warming up
good?
now. It's a bit chilly.
Well, the sun's come out now,
Yes,
and
it
it's
has.
actually getting quite warm. So it should be nice. And the flag is on your Mini, so you're something to do with the club, I guess.
Yes. So my dad's been the chairman for quite a long time, so I've grown up with it.
Right.
So I was about 6, 7, I think, when
Okay.
we sort of joined. He's no longer the chairman, but he's the secretary, so he's still very involved.
So still involved with the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So this is your Mini?
Yep.
Yeah?
My Mini. Yeah. It was my 21st birthday present.
Okay.
So very precious to me.
Yeah.
Came out of hibernation yesterday, so
Oh, right.
first trip out today this year.
So it's stormed over winter and doesn't really come out.
Well, she's not taken off the road completely, but she just goes in the garage
Right.
out of the cold, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's probably the best thing really over winter.
Oh yeah,
I've been getting mine out this week as well. Not my Mini, I've got MGs, but
still
they've been
makes a
coming out.
difference.
But
yeah.
yeah, they don't come out much between November and now.
Yeah.
But so what is this one? What have we actually got
So
here?
originally it was a 1970 automatic,
Okay.
but it's now just got a bog standard 1275 in it.
Right.
So my dad sort of did it all up for me. So he's the expert.
So
The
he's
one
done the work.
that's my mum's next to it there that
Okay, yeah.
he's also done. So yeah, it's definitely my
Both
dad's hobby.
Resprayed, I should think,
Yes.
by the look of it.
Yeah, so mine was like a mustard orange sort of colour.
Yeah.
And my mum's was like a bluey sort of colour. You can kind of see it under the purple. So
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. It's got a sort of a flip colour on that
Yeah.
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a bit of blue and a bit of purple. But yours, what colour would you call that then?
Well, its official colour is Triumph Nuclear Red, so it's actually
Is
a
it?
bike colour.
Okay.
So I saw it on a bike of the person that sprayed it for me, so I was
Right.
like, I want that one. Always wanted a pink one from being
It's an
little.
unusual colour. It's,
Yeah.
It does stand out.
Yeah, it
doesn't
definitely does.
Let's just
Yeah.
go and- you've got a few sort of things
Yes.
stuck in it
yeah,
here.
I'm a bit like that.
So who we got on here? We've got
So that's Buzz.
That's Buzz.
He's a
Okay.
mascot of a ice hockey team that I support.
All right.
So he's sort of come out today for a little spin in
Little
the car.
run out.
Yeah.
Why not? And we accessorised with some nice sort of
Yeah.
pinky purple
Oh, yeah,
mini
definitely.
cushions in
Yeah, it's
there.
not the tidiest in there, but
No, well, we don't mind that really.
yeah, a few little bits. Got a donkey from the
Oh,
Isle of
yeah, we've
Wight.
got a few
'cause
things on the back
We
there.
go to the Isle of Wight every year as a club.
All right.
So that you've got our sticker on there.
Yeah. Our Mini Club's 24 summer camp.
Yeah.
So you go camping?
Some of us camp, some get caravans.
Right.
Depends how brave they are and what the weather's like.
That's an annual thing, is it? You
Yeah,
do that?
yeah, it's just our little club holiday summer camp that we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Always the same place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waverley Park in East Cowes is where we
Okay.
stay.
That's good. So on the back, this is obviously, you've put this
Yes. So
in here,
we've got
retrimmed.
it should be darker than that, but it's sun bleached. You can see the proper colour
right.
down inside where it's meant to be that colour. But obviously this the sun's bleached.
It's actually
that
quite a
bit,
bit
so
darker down there, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
crazy how different it is.
It is, it's mad, but then you get the sun blaring down,
Oh,
it will
yeah.
bleach these things out, won't it? Yeah. So we've got some new wheels, we've got different
Yeah.
wheels obviously on this.
Yeah,
Make it
I
a bit
mean,
more
they're not the
sporty.
easiest for parking and turning, but
No,
they look
they're
good.
quite, yeah, they look nice.
Yeah.
They're quite chunky,
Yeah.
but yeah, they look good. So no power steering or anything on this, is there? So it
No.
gets a bit more
Yeah,
difficult
get
when
a
you're
bit of
trying to
ground
turn.
work out, yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Brilliant. Okay, well, Fiona, thanks very
No
much.
worries, thank you.
Lovely. We've moved around. There's just minis all over the place here at Brooklands today. We're over by the Vimy hangar, just behind me here, and opposite them is the South East Mini Club. And we've got a nice selection of minis on this stand here. So, and I'm going to speak to
Graham Hussey.
Hi, Graham. Good to see you here today with your club. These are
very much.
all nice-looking cars
Yes.
on your stand today.
Yes.
But this one in particular is yours, the
Yes, it is.
van.
Yep.
So, should we walk over and have a look at it?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. So, what do we actually have then?
It started life as a 1977 Mini Club Mini State.
Okay. So it's not originally a van then?
Wasn't originally a van.
Right. Okay.
I used it for a few years as it was. Then I pottered around different designs, putting a body kit on and one thing or another. Then back in 2011 I thought I'll give it another makeover.
Right.
But this time I came up with this idea and I literally had it built for me because I was working, I didn't really have the time, and it's been built from the floor upwards. Every panel on
It
it.
was the original car that you were driving about in.
Yes.
Taken completely apart.
Yes, and it's been completely
everything
rebuilt.
rebuilt.
Yep. from the floor upwards. Every panel except for the roof and the engine fire panel,
Right.
they're original. Every other panel has been
So they're
replaced.
all replaced. Everything else.
Everything.
Goodness
Yep.
me, that's quite extensive.
Yes, yes. I wanted something that would, it would last, and
Yeah.
and I knew in my mind's eye what I wanted,
Right.
and
So
this
you
was
sketch
this
it
was
out then, and you.
I designed it all,
Yeah.
and a company in Birmingham built it for me.
Okay. Right.
Old school minis in Birmingham.
Okay.
The engine,
I mean, how long ago was this?
2012.
So what was that 12 years ago, isn't it?
Yes.
12 years ago.
Yep.
Still looks lovely.
Yep.
Still looks fantastic. They did a good job.
The colour is a Hyundai colour. It's ultra rare. They don't sell this colour in the UK.
Okay.
So I had it imported in, and this is the colour that I wanted.
Right. And so this is going to be the only Mini in this colour.
It's rare.
Yeah.
It's ultra rare, this colour.
Yeah.
Yes. The engine is was a Metro 1275, but I had it rebuilt to a 1380 fast road
Okay.
by Andy Davis and Adrian Dodd, who are two, well recognised motor engine engineers.
Right.
They completely rebuilt it for me, engine and gearbox. Twin carbs are off of an MGB GT. They're inch and a halves, not inch and a quarters. So they pack a bit more of a punch.
So you get a bit more oomph out of that, really,
Yes.
don't you?
Yeah. But
it's amazing, really, that the whole thing has just been rebuilt.
yes.
It's still the same car when it's registered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's registered as a van now.
That's it.
I've had a proper van floor fabricated for the back. In all intents and purposes, it's a van,
Yeah.
not an estate.
Not
There's
anymore.
no rear seats. It
Let's
is
have
a
a
van.
walk round the side here. So we got interior-wise, and we got Cobra seats in here. I can
Yes.
see pretty obviously.
Yep,
Walnut dash
yep.
on there. Is there anything else? on there that's a
It's
bit...
got.
Oh, hello.
It's got.
We're just setting the alarm off.
It's got full electric pack on it. It's got electric power steering,
Okay.
which is helpful with the wheels. It's got electric windows and a Cat 1 alarm and immobiliser,
Which we've just set off. Yep.
which you've just set off. So at least we know it's working.
That's good. That's something anyway, isn't
Yeah.
it? It
It's
does
got
look quite comfortable, so not bad for cruising or
No,
whatever.
it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of it suspension, to be fair, because I've had
Right.
it all sort of tightened
It's all
down.
tightened up, is it?
Yeah, but
You've got big wheels on as well.
yeah, so that doesn't help, but
Yeah.
but it's exactly what I wanted and exactly what I drew up
Yeah.
at the
I
time.
bet you're really pleased when you saw this.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a mess in there
Yeah.
because we run South East Mini Club.
Right, so you can get all your stuff in the
Yeah,
back here,
this
though,
is all
can't
all the bits and pieces for the club, to be fair. If I'd known, I would have pulled all
We
this
could
out.
have tidied it up a bit for it. No,
Yeah.
we're not worried about messy cars, goodness me.
It's got a Kenwood in-car entertainment system in there with subwoofers and goodness knows what else.
So they're back there.
I've put in. So yeah.
Is it a daily driver or not? Or pretty much?
I do. We do a lot of, as I say, we run South East Mini Club.
Yeah, so you're
me
out
and my
on a lot of
wife,
club stuff.
and we do on average about 32 shows a year.
Okay.
12. We do 12
That's
pub
quite-
meets.
That's virtually every weekend.
Yeah,
Summer,
yeah,
isn't
we're
it?
out virtually every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
must be.
some weekends we're out Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife's got a classic Mini as well. She hasn't come today, but
Right.
so there's usually the pair of us.
Fair of you out there.
Yeah.
And then you do pub meets in between the weekends.
Yeah, do pub meets and
Little runs out and
brunch
things,
meets.
brunches, yeah.
Sunday brunch meets we do.
Lovely.
We're at The Heritage Show in a couple of weeks' time at Declan.
All right.
And I've got 31 minis in tow, so we certainly get out and about.
You certainly do. I mean, they're quite popular, the minis anyway,
Yes.
aren't they? There's a lot around, really. See them all here today.
Yeah.
So is it mostly classic minis you have in your club? Or
Mostly
do you have moderns?
classics in the club, but we've got 104 members, and I would say probably 2/3 of those are classics,
Right.
and the rest are BMW.
The BMW versions.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, this is really nice.
Thank you.
Really nice looking still, even after 12 years out of restoration. It
Yes,
still looks
yes.
great.
I've had no work done on it ever since. It's it's as it is.
Brilliant. Lovely. Well, thanks for showing us around today.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much for showing the interest.
Right, we're going to stay with the South East Mini Club now. We've got Gary here, who has got what looks like a pretty original 65 Mini.
Yeah, it's a 65 Mark 1 Cooper S.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks really good condition, so it has to have been restored at some point.
It's been painted. I don't think it's been restored. It lived its life in California. So it was registered in Hong Kong and then shipped to California and kept on right-hand drive and lived in California. The paint was completely bleached when it was brought back in 2019, and someone precautionary changed one of the wings and the seals, but the rest of it is all original and just being rubbed down and painted.
Really? I mean, that's quite amazing for this sort of age of vehicle, particularly in the Mini as well. They do tend to rust a bit.
Yeah, it's I was quite surprised, but it's even got the original subframes and everything on it, and so yes, most of the bits are original. I've changed some running bits to make it work better.
Yeah, I guess being in a sunny climate over in America, that's obviously helped try and keep it in a good condition.
Yes, that's definitely what helped.
So, did you bring it back to this country, or
No, someone I know brought it back in,
Right.
who likes doing up minis.
Yeah.
Did it up, drove it a couple of times, took it to the Festival of Speed Revival. I think it was either Festival of Speed, or I think it was the Revival meeting.
Right.
And then he decided I wasn't going to use it, so he decided to sell it. And because I knew he was quite good at buying cars, I bought it off of him. So.
Well, I think you got a good deal there, probably, didn't you?
Yes, it's taken a bit of work to try and find out what this misfire is, but it's driven here today from Kent, so it's been all right all the way here.
Yeah. Okay,
So
we'll keep our fingers crossed on that then.
okay.
I hope that it works all right.
Yes.
But interior-wise, that's all pretty much original. Nothing been done.
Yeah, that's the original gold leaf interior that everybody wants.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks
And it's
quite...
got the rare 130 mile an hour speedo, but that only had the number 120 printed on it. They then started printing 130 from a year later,
Okay.
and that wasn't working. That's been taken apart and stripped 3 times, and it's actually worked all the way here. The miles have gone round and the speedometer's been showing, so hopefully
It's a lucky day for you then, by the sound of it.
There's been lots of little things like that that have just
Sort of dropped into place. Yeah.
where it had been in the US, I decided to MOT it, and they said it's got no side lights. I said they don't have them in the US, and they don't have them in Japan, where it was originally, or Hong Kong. So I had to fit them. So I had to find in the wiring loom where it was to wire in some side lights. But it's not obliged to have an MOT, but I felt it should have. Just to show that, I do actually get it checked by somebody once a year rather than me doing everything.
So I'm just going back to that. So this was originally an export car then?
Yes, it was.
So
It went to Morris in Hong Kong, which obviously was British territory then,
Right.
in 1965, and there's the papers for that. And we think it stayed in Hong Kong for about 7 years, and then it went to California, where it stayed for 30 years, and it evidently didn't move for about 30 years. Looking at the pictures of it, we're not sure about the mileage, whether it's genuine. It only shows 36,000 on it, and judging by some of the bits that are still the original bits, you think maybe it is only 36,000.
Right.
But a warmer climate means that things don't rust as well. So it may be 136,000. But
you don't really know though. But...
No, but the engine's been apart. We took the engine apart, and there's no wear on the engine. It's got incredible oil pressure. And Garage, who checked it, he said that's the sort of oil pressure it would have had new.
So it probably is 36,000 then, I would guess.
And it's got the rare Downton conversion on it. It's got a genuine Downton, which has been verified by them. It's got a Downton cylinder head on it.
Right.
That isn't the original badge, that's a replacement badge, because the original one, which was on it, was so corroded, it was beyond saving. So a new badge went on, but the head's still got the Downton stamp on it. Rolling road on it. It was over 80 horsepower, which I thought I was quite impressed with. I can't remember what it was supposed to be originally, but...
Well, it's not bad. I think 80 horsepower out of this is pretty good.
No, that's it. So,
excuse me. I do like that interior. I think that's
yes,
fantastic.
the gold brocade interior. If it ever comes up for sale, even second-hand
Really
bit,
hard
people
to
will
find.
pay a fortune for.
Yeah.
And I actually replaced the dashboard bit. Had things growing on it. It was falling apart. So I've had replaced those, but kept the originals because if I ever sell this, then they will go with the car. But the driver's seat, you could have argued that needed doing, but I took it all apart, put a new diaphragm in it and foam, cleaned it all and put it back on again, and now it just looks like it hasn't been cleaned. It looks like it's been in there. Well, it is the original material.
Yeah.
But little things like the rev counter was overreading and you couldn't work out why. And then it turned out it was a negative earth rev counter on a positive earth car. And so it was never going to work properly. So I got one of those made up.
Right.
I tried some second-hand ones, but I just couldn't get them to read right. So.
Wow. Well, I think it's a credit to you. I mean, it does look great. You've got a lot of nice cars on your club stand here today.
Yes, we've got some unusual cars. We're the ones that are prepared to come out on a day of this temperature.
Yeah. It's all right now.
Yes.
It's actually not bad. It was a bit cold and dubious this morning, but the sun's come out and it's a lovely day here at Brooklands today.
Yes.
So thanks very much for showing us around your car.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you. All right.